Excuse me. Alright. I tried to live stream, but that was just a no-go. I have to update some stuff with Twitch and mess with my output and all the extra stuff, yada yada yada, whatever. So I figured this will be one of the first like recording live stream type ordeals. That's not really a live stream, where essentially I will just record, try not to keep it super boring and silent, and just play the game. So the goal, right? I'm starting the recording at level 25. I've gotten my first ascendancy. I've beaten every boss leading up to this point. I'm following a build for a demon infernalist. At least that's the game plan. All right. Right now, I'm just leveling, so I'm probably not gonna, see anything magical until much later on. But getting the base whatever's down up until this point feels pretty good. I've made some pretty good progress thus far. Usually I'll play with like a friend or something, but in this case it's just me, so it is what it is. I'm thinking about uploading, I guess, the full recording of this to my archive channel, and then doing like an edited whatever, right? Of maybe like all of my major plays, like killing bigger bosses or hitting significant changes in my gameplay, like towards the build and whatnot, towards the actual gaming channel. So gaming channel's videos will be shorter, but these won't. So the archive channel's videos will just be pure yapping, so you can see what it is that I'm doing. I will admit, so also because of that, I was told that we're supposed to be, we being like my family, we're supposed to be helping with like getting groceries or something from one of my parents in a bit. So that's most likely gonna have me away from the keyboard, which is fun, And because I'll be away, I was thinking about just stopping the stream, stopping the recording, going to get it done, and then popping it back up. But I think what I'll do instead is I'll just leave it running, right? The archive channel will get the full force as if it were a live stream. And that'll be that. I usually record things through like Metal, but I'm not doing that anymore, at least not for a bit. So I'll be using OBS for a little bit of the time. I've never seen that before. What is that? Bro, like that is actually really cool. The like water, ice, crystal, energy, whatever that aura is, snakes looking like something out of Borderlands 3. It's actually really cool. I got another text message. Alright, I gotta step away. This is what I was talking about. I'll be right back. I can't believe I let you get away. Okay. Oh man. I think I'm back. Sorry about that. Chores, man. I remembered I need to go to the pit. I gotta clear this boss. So, the build's actually supposed to be played a little bit different for leveling. I've just been keeping some of the old stuff, thinking about adding some of... Wow, that hurts. Whoa, what did she hit me with? It's not been like that close. Not that okay. I don't even want to risk it up close and personal. Not even gonna lie to you. What you doing? I just saw a post earlier today. It's kind of an older post, but would you have sex with a snake woman? You know, just genuine question. Say it was like not an abomination, right? And not super weird. And you could do it with like little to no issue. I mean, like physically, you know, it's still coitus, but you know, in this case, it's with a hybrid woman animal. You know, are you doing it? You know what I'm saying? I'd probably do it. Alright. That's just because I'm lonely, you know what I'm you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see, I just got these two earlier. Alright, so we've actually finished the first tree, I believe. I've been watching a lot of like drama-based stuff. I don't know what that's gonna show. Hopefully that didn't show my my background. It probably did. One sec. I don't know what's on my background, alright? I don't know how much I'm gonna have to edit. Doesn't look too bad. I don't think. I don't really have much of anything to hide anyway. We're keeping it a buck. What were you looking at? You weren't looking at that. You're looking at this. Okay, cool. You're probably wondering what I was tabbing out of. The other thing, the other tab in my browser, so I could see what this build was building towards since I'm following like a guide and whatnot. There's a lot here too. Boy gee whiz, I'll tell you what. Let's see. So from this point, we could probably go left. There's like a notables priority. So I'd already gotten that. That'll help me decide where I need to build next. Which is that pure energy? Yeah. Next one's dampening shield, which should be here, yeah. Potent incarnation, incantation. And then lingering horror, void. So void would be our next path. Man, I hate when like you're trying to like tab over to something and then Path of Exile moves the entire screen for the skill tree. Right? It's not just two. One does it as well. It's super annoying. Okay, so we're going to go to void. So we're gonna path up, then over to void. So I don't know what attribute to get here. They say, I guess, essentially to pick any attribute. They also don't show what socket. I should probably just download the POB, which there should be a POB, right? I think there is. Hold on. I'm gonna have my screen again. Sorry, guys and gals and anybody else who decides to watch. You're gonna be looking at darkness for a second because, well, scratch that, bro. This guy does not have a POB. So let me close out of this tab. Then I can close out of this tab. The POB is, I can actually drag this over here, close out of this tab, open this up, and then I can keep this and this on the same screen so there's no more flicking back and forth between whatever it is I'm supposed to be doing, right? And close out of this because we're not doing streams. And then I'm searching for the POB, which Brother Man does not have. So we open up ourselves for a gem slot, but he doesn't allocate the gem slot or like the other stuff that could be important. Like he doesn't tell you what to pick, so you're kind of just experimenting, right? At this rate, you're kind of just playing around with your own stuff. So what I'm gonna do is, because I should have enough intelligence, right? We're rocking 57. We're gonna upgrade our dexterity and strength just in case we need it. Was that strength? Yeah. Excuse me. And then put whatever jewel we need in place. All right, so level 7. I don't need any of this, right? We're going for Dark Effigy and Despair, which we get both at level 31. Oh man, I should have seen what the next level of Contagion required because it was grayed out. Oh, I already have it at 7, that's why. We're fine. My inventory is also looking a little large, so we're gonna go sell. Probably gonna have people criticizing like the stuff I do. Like, come on, man, why didn't you insert whatever here? Well, because I didn't know to. How about that? Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and bully me some more. Yeah, it really does it for me. Alright. Got a cool ring. Cold resistance, life, mana, cast speed, dexterity, and fire resistance. We can actually replace that with, because that's 14 cast speed. I'm not gonna lie though, I think accuracy would go hard for our spells, right? Like, doesn't accuracy affect spells as well? Oh, it says attack. What is this? This the one with the accuracy? Yeah. So we'll swap and sell. So my game plan, alright, kind of based off of the stuff that I've been hearing and what I've been touching on, my game plan, and we can actually probably just increase essence drain. My game plan is to, like, in terms of gear, because he did give somewhat of a layout for, like, the type of gear you want to focus on, right? In terms, so I use the store, the market, to get my wand. I went for spell damage and level to skills, but there were no level to skills with the level I was at. So I just got spell damage, mana, and used the cold level to skills because I'm still gonna keep frostbomb. And cast speed was a big one. And then I used the rune for extra cold damage since I'm using frostbomb. And then I use the market to get this focus, which gives me chaos damage because my main, like, whatever is going to be chaos. Cold resistance was for the big wolf boss. Mana regen, so I just don't run out of mana. Intelligence for funsies. And then the extra energy shield for my overall health. And then this is for the fire resistance. This is for the cold resistance. And I actually just put 3 more onto my gear. So let me actually go back, because I completely forgot about that. We're going to go to the stash. This is going to be for all armor, right? So this would be nice for putting energy shield on. Bada bing, bada boom. And this for more life, fire resistance, cold resistance, mana. So I don't really need more mana because my mana it feels pretty much infinite now, right? So I'm good. In terms of resistances, all right, let's check. We're gonna scroll down. I'm rocking 65 cold because the fight against that cold boss, I wasn't taking any chances. 42 fire, which I already fought the lady with the chainsaw, but I only have 12 lightning. And the next boss, I'm pretty sure does lightning. So we're just gonna throw that on there, which should turn, was that 12 to like 22? Yeah. We'll probably change some stuff out. See, we're keeping the lightning charm for extra lightning resistance, which I guess doesn't actually happen until it procs, maybe? But regardless, no. So we're good for right now. I feel like we'll be good. I fought the first phase of Bro, and it was actually easier than that snake woman in a pit that you just saw me go through. My main damage, whoop, I just leveled up. Power Siphon came with the wand or the focus. I think of the wand. I'm not going to be using it. Just have it there for funsies. Withering Presence is something that's required of the build. I had like 176 spirit. Changed out one of my pieces of gear, and now I'm back at 30. I believe Withered helps with Contagion and Essence Drain. Sorry, that was kind of like sing-songy. It's just, what do you call it, man? What do you call it? Like chaos damage, essentially, is the setup that I'm going for. And one of these, if not both of these, are technically considered spells. So upping my spell damage also helps with that as well. Flame Wall is a spell, and so is Frost Bomb. So upping my spell damage makes these pretty. This creates Cold Infusion, which I've never known it to do, but it helps. It works. Okay. And then this, see, turns it into a fire version as well, which is super cool. And I was using this originally for the extra minions and damage, and I'm not gonna lie, bro, those minions were coming in clutch. But the build at one point does swap over to what I am using now, and I did want to get a jump start on it early. To be honest, I probably could have just kept the minion thing. Probably wouldn't have changed anything. Plus, it was pretty entertaining to use the minion thing. Alright, so we just got our first jewel slot in the passive tree. He doesn't really tell what jewel you should have right now in this moment. I actually picked up 4 jewels, I believe, from the temple. If not from the abyssal whatever. Like a random chest. We don't do lightning damage, so that's not huge for me right now. No lightning damage. Energy shield recharge rate. Damage taken recouped as life, which would go crazy. Flash duration. Penetrate lightning resistance. Increased damaging of elements. I'll probably go this one, and then we can take upgrades of magic to a rare. So let me see. We already have 2 on here, yeah. So we'll just take this, turn it into a rare, and increase freeze buildup. I don't really know if that's something huge I need, but that's okay, because it is just a starter jewel anyway. Alright. Back to... Oh, you probably saw my Regal Orbs. Yeah, I traded in an Exalted Orb and got like 50 Regals. It was crazy. There's a good chunk of items that are sold for just like a Regal and in the market. So, you know, could be great for just extra side gear or whatever if I need something cheap and weak to like get a jump start on something. This is also my first, actually this is my second character of this season, I believe, but my first one was like a level 4, I deleted it, and decided to start a new build, and when I made it, it was like months ago or so yeah. Because the build that I'm following doesn't really use Frost Bomb or Firewall super often, I'm trying not to make them like huge parts of what I do, but I'm supposed to be using Despair and Dark Effigy, which I don't have access to for like another 6 levels. So that's why I'm still using Frost Bomb and Firewall. Now that we're all caught up... So my build in demon form, because I plan to become a demon, alright? My build in demon form is going to need some pretty good life regen. Have I done everything here? No, I'm missing an abandoned shrine. This takes me to the Lost City. Oh, these are just stairs. So, my game plan is to get gear with life regen, which I do have some, but, you know, to get specifically that's probably going to take some time. So, the market might be my best friend in that regard. But I'm not trying to, like, solely sit on the market, you know? Plus, the build's probably not going to start feeling good until I'm at wherever I need to be at. Alright, so I can turn back around. Yeah, that's the door to the next area, but we need to unlock the other whatever first. So, well, we don't need to, but I'm going to, right? It doesn't hurt. Plus, all this extra running gives me more EXP. I can use that EXP to level up quicker, get more skill points, get access to my stronger skills, and really start having a jolly good old time, you know? Alright. This is just the startup. But I've been away for a while, man, you know? I hadn't really been posting much of anything, creating much of anything. I spent like a month staying over a friend's house for a while, which was actually really fun, you know? But then some extra stuff just started coming up and it all just, it had to end, you know? But that's fine because it was a lot to learn and has taught me some more things about myself that I need to figure out before I, do something like that again. Woo! I've even gone back to reading. Can you believe that? Who taught me how to read? Alright. I actually really like this startup, man. For like how everything feels here. And I've been focusing on like the mana flasks because one of my other guides I was gonna start running, heavily recommended that I should, as well as have like 5 dexterity. But I keep forgetting that I swapped off that guide. So now all the extra stuff that I'm focusing and putting time into is like unrelated to that. I might have already touched the chest. Yeah, see, here's one of the temple event things. Kind of learned that as far as the early game goes, I really enjoy fighting. Yep, it's done. Alright, cool. I really enjoy fighting with minions, and I enjoy using the witch to level. So far, that's what I've learned. But to be fair, some of my last like setups for builds were like melee playthroughs, and that was not a. It doesn't really start getting fun until like you really get a breakthrough, and that breakthrough isn't until like what, level 30-ish or so. So yeah, like I wasn't really feeling it until like Act 3 or something. Maybe at one point or another I'll retouch that avenue, see what I can do. The build I'm also using for leveling, or at least the guide, I guess I should say, advises those enemies are invisible. It advises that we use a wand and a focus, or we use a staff. And this is mainly for the damage portion of the build. So I guess all the other gear will be for like health and utility, which apparently I do need to start. Wow, my inventory is full again. Apparently we do need to start building on defenses, but the rest of this build is like catered towards from level 15 to like 75, right? So I'm essentially changing nothing major all the way up until level 75. Oh, new amulet. Which I turned mine rare. See, mine has that life regeneration, which is something I actually need. I got another exalted orb, which will work wonders for us. And the more chaos damage I have and the more spell damage I have, the quicker I'll be able to finish things. So the more points I get in my tree for it, the better. I won't lie though, before this, before I was able to get this focus and this wand to help towards the chaos damage and cast speed and whatnot. I like, if I wouldn't have used the market, I probably would have just stayed minion based until I found something for chaos damage, which, if we're being real, probably would not have happened for a while. The temples have the workbenches, the exalted workbenches, that let you essentially just use it as if you had an exalted orb, which is just so cool, man. I really do appreciate that. I feel like early game, that's coming in the clutch for like maximizing your gear's usefulness. At least so far, that's how it's been feeling. But mix that with the market, man, you're set. My game plan also has been collect the blue items and the gold items, the magics and rares, to sell for more actual gold, so I can use it to trade in the market or buy whatever I need from basic shops and whatnot. I've been buying identify scrolls for a minute just so I can identify new potential items that could be useful. If I'm not mistaken, there's supposed to be a boss somewhere here. I believe the one with his mom, and you have to like burn his mom and kill him. I don't think he's the only major one here though. I think there's one extra. And I mean, I can always check the map to be absolutely sure. Yeah, I think I'm good on... Well, no, I'm not. Yeah, my flame wall can go up. Cool beans. Yeah, theoretically speaking, I don't need the flame wall or the frost bomb now. Like, my damage feels pretty solid even without it. But I do like... I believe it adds, like, added damage, kind of weakening the enemy. So I do like that overall feel. And you're probably wondering... Whoa, is this a new area? It is. Okay, so... Wait, let's make sure. Yeah, okay. Excuse me. So we're going to clear pretty much every other room or all the major stuff here before we go through there. All right, that's the game plan. That's what I've been doing for pretty much everywhere now. Yeah, but you're probably wondering why I decide to do this now. It's just because, man, I just play games, you know, in my free time, when I want to chill, when I want to relax, when I want to work towards something. There's nothing centering with like, oh my gosh, a class or something. I just want to play games, and I do it all of the time. But I usually have it recorded with metal. The thing is, though, I'm usually just jamming out to music or listening to some YouTuber talk about whatever garbage it is they're talking about while I play, right? And I can't go uploading a video of me playing something and then like in the background is insert whoever talking about some big whatever, you know? That just doesn't bode well for me, because I'll probably get like copyright claimed or something. So I figured I might as well start doing it where it's like this, you know? You just hear me yap. You'll probably occasionally hear silence, essentially like a live stream, except because I don't want to get copyright claimed for like music or whatnot, which my friend was asking me about because he wants to start live streaming a different set of games. I'd probably just put the music on like my phone, and you'll occasionally hear me singing while playing a game. You know, I'll just keep like earbuds in. But I don't know yet. Alright. Either way, we're making pretty good progress, I think, right? I was trying to think of what part of story I hate the most. And I there's like 2 or 3 to be honest, alright? I don't like, I think it was the area right before this, right? The whole sand saga. I mean, it's not bad, right? It's just, you get to a point to where you're in like a maze, and you're running through this maze for a good portion of the entire time you're playing through this arc of the game. And once you've done it once, it's like, okay, cool, you know, I finished it, I've done it, I've actually achieved something. But when you're on like your 5th, 6th, 7th character, and you're having to replay it, you're like, man, if I could skip this like in Diablo, I would, right? And then I don't like the, I believe it's in Act 3, when you're at like the temple with all the Aztecian type of designs and whatnot. Because you, once again, are in this huge map that's like a maze. And it's like, bro, please. I just want to make it to Act 4. I've never played Act 4. Please, just tell me where to go. Which they do map it out and show you online. But my friend was talking about it at one point, and it's like, they do kind of regenerate each area. It's not super crazy, but it's big enough to where, like, the guide's not wrong. You know, point A for your quest is going to be at one end of the map, point B is going to be at the other, point C is going to be at the other. It's just you don't know what's going to be where, right? And that becomes a bit of a problem. It also feels normal in my experience. We leveled up again. That was fast. It feels normal in my experience for this build to be hold on, we'll just go intelligence. If I got a refund later, I'll refund. For this build to be fighting enemies in groups. I saw a build I was trying to focus on, or I planned on focusing on. Good lord. Planned on focusing on. My bad, I lost my train of thought. And they were fighting enemies with the witch, and they had them in big groups, right? Their advice was you needed to group them up to get like the most out of your build. And I thought that was way too long of a setup to do with fighting. I was like, man, ain't nobody got time for that. But to be honest, it feels so much better when you got like enemies rushing you like this, but they're like stacked on top of each other. Because you roll out, you make sure you hit one with whatever the debuff is, which in my case would be contagion, and then you hit like 2 or 3 with energy drain and or essence drain, and they all just kind of fall over. But if you hit one and then you kill like 2 that are right beside each other, and then you fight like 4 more down the hall, you're not passing that that contagion over. So you're having to contagion whatever, right? That's not a huge problem. It just gets kind of like tedious. So you can knock out that tedious feel by like kind of dodging. You see how they all just kind of dropped in one. I had no idea that was going to happen, by the way. Oh, Lord, help me! But yeah, when they get real close and just start mobbing you, that's when I'm most wet, right? That's when I'm most erect. That's when the big booty butt clappers are live streaming, right? Because that's when I can just hit a few and then I really start shaking up the game, right? I put a shock to your system. It's crazy. I really enjoy it. So, yeah. And I got a pretty healthy amount of energy shield right now, mixed with life, I feel like. So, even when they do get me kind of low, I gotta remember to pop my potions. My potions are not instant. I keep forgetting that they're not instant. But, pop a potion and roll. Rolling is like your best friend here, man. You see that? Man, that feels so, like, satisfying. But yeah, pop a potion and roll. And roll out of the area. But if you can't, like, if you get body blocked like I did in that one, just keep attacking, right? Because chances are you're gonna hit somebody with the contagion and then hit somebody else with the drain, and you'll mow them down quicker than it would take for you to get out of a situation where you could roll, right? So, yeah. And this is essentially the, excuse me. This is essentially the setup, right? For right now, is just wow, that hurts. Until I'm like level 31. When I'm 31, then it's a Dark Effigy and Despair, which the guide says one of them can be used towards bosses. I don't entirely know what the other one is. I thought that they were like persistent buffs, you know, just auras, like Withering Presence, but they are not. So it's probably some button combination where instead of using Frost Bomb and Firewall, I'll use Dark Effigy, Despair, Contagion, and then Essence Drain, and bada boom, bada bing, the boss falls over and cries. But I won't know until I experience it. Alright, we got everything here. Now we are going to go to the next area. I hope everybody's doing okay.
Long forgotten shrines, show me your secrets.
Because it's been a long day, man. You know, it's Sunday. Last Sunday, I was out with a friend. We went walking around some other town, you know? Had like a 4 hour walk, which was not bad because we got some steps in for miles and whatnot, and slept like babies afterwards. But this Sunday, since I'm home alone, well, I'm not home alone, but you know, since I'm not like out and about, I'm just gonna be playing games. I plan on working out tonight though. It was really gonna be way earlier in the morning this morning, but I slept in and it felt so great. Then I ended up eating, and then when I could have worked out, I ate again, and then when I could have worked out, I ate again. It wasn't like huge meals or anything, but it was enough to where like I definitely gotta wait for the food to digest. And so when I do work out tonight, it's gonna be hardcore, man. I hope I don't wake up sore, but it is what it is. I've also been going to sleep pretty early, which feels crazy, but it was matching like that friend's schedule. Okay, so from what I can remember is these are supposed to offer you like an amulet that I think gives you the resistances, or a talisman or whatever that gives you resistances. I believe because the next boss is lightning, because there's no such thing as water, right? So I think that's for ice. So yeah, a rune and a ring. Okay, so we'll do this for the jewels since we got that, and we'll do this for the ring, which would help us greatly. I can actually do it to the 30 mana ring, but I need this. Lightning resistance, evasion, leech physical damage as a mana? I don't know. 30 mana. I mean, they both kind of offer me nothing, right? Except for resistances. That's the biggest thing. That's the 30 mana? Yeah. Happens if I swap this out. My mana still seems pretty good. And then check the resistances. Yeah. Obviously I want them all to be maxed, right? But we're in campaign and I'm not playing a character. I'm not using gear, I should say, that's solely focusing on resistances. Like that's not my main goal. So my plan is to get resistances. Oh, I forgot. Oh man, I super forgot. I forgot that my where is it? Right here. 20% of cold damage taken as fire, 20% of lightning taken as fire, 20% of physical taken as chaos. Meaning that I should really be upping my fire resistance because my cold and lightning to a percentage is gonna count towards fire, right? But 9 fire, you know, is not beating like 20 lightning. I'm definitely gonna need something a little bit better. But I did forget about that. Now, if I could replace that 20% to 100%, that would be great. But I believe that does mean that I can just focus more on fire than whatever else. To make sure that one was better. Wrong one. This is it. Charges. Increased amount. Can we reroll? We can't, which is crazy, man. Still better regardless. Okie dokesters. Well, that's good, man. The water goddess. That's a wild line. Oh! Man, I was not looking at my computer screen. Hold on. I should have just paused the game. Whoop! Oh, he's wildin'. You see that? You see that? You see? Whoa! Whoa! Slow your roll there, big dog. I'm gonna need you to calm down. Oh! He's getting overzealous. I can't hit this man with a frost bomb to save my life. What was that? That was a new attack, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, if I can keep him in this little corner right here. Yeah, you like that frost, don't you, you sick freak. Yeah, I puts it on you. And when I'm done putting it on you, I'm gonna put it on your mom. Yeah, that's right. Whoop! I don't think he liked that. He shouldn't have. I respect him for being mad. You see how I just, like, knocked man out? Calm yourself, child. Man's got crazy mom issues. Look at her. It does seem to be the case. She's bleeding and, like, statued. I don't know.
Usually opposed to burning women alive. But as you wished.
Coming from a witch is actually pretty funny. What happens when you kill a goddess?
By your request, this is what I needed.
Is that all? Nope, we still have the guarded sarcophagus and Azarian. Well, no. So we did Azarian. I don't know what the guarded sarcophagus is. Well, this is the buried shrines, right? So if we go through this door, do we leave the buried shrines? What is this? That was weird. Do we leave the buried shrines? No, we actually continue. Okay, so there's probably still something here. The reason why I say probably is because how it showed like the Forsaken Son wasn't done, even though we just killed him. When we go and turn a quest in, it'll be considered done. I just don't know if that will also count for the other quest. So instead of going back and turning it in, I'd rather just explore, potentially get some more EXP, and see what we can get out of it, right? Because I genuinely don't remember. Plus, it doesn't hurt to farm, man. It doesn't hurt to grind. Get some stuff in, get some stuff done, you know? Just handling business. Oh yeah, these rares. So these are usually like the biggest problem while using like this setup. It's not necessarily that single target damage is like terrible. It's just more so these rares have way too much health. It feels like like in comparison to the skill that I use. So whenever they summon these smaller guys to fight, it's best to handle the smaller guys first. They potentially push on the poison, and you hit the rares in like the process of them pushing on the poison. Kind of like a stacking damage kind of thing. I actually needed a jeweler's orb, so this comes in clutch. This item has no sockets. Oh. Okay, excuse me. I gotta go back and check the setup. The one that would need 3 would be Contagion and Essence Drain. Essence Drain actually needs 4. But I'm gonna have access to Essence Drain stuff before Contagions, because Contagion needs a rapid casting too, and I only have access to rapid casting 1. Whereas Essence Drain, I have like access to at least 1, if not 2, of the other support gems. So that's the way I'll go. And all the other skills are only take like 2 support gems, so we're good. There's also this running bug in Act 3, I believe it's 3, where you fight the Bog Witch, and you don't get your spirit from fighting her, which was like a huge bummer for me, because then you have to find a way to make up for spirit. But I've been hearing that there's a few ways you can make up for it now, so if that glitch does happen again, I should still be okay. I believe the guy that made the guide said I needed like 130 total spirit for in-game. And you're supposed to get, I think, like 100 by default through all your quests. So, and I had 176 early on, but you know, that was through specific gear. Really like 2 pieces of gear, maybe 1. So, we'll see. I also haven't played Act 4 yet. I've seen things about it, I've heard things about it. I haven't played it through. I think I played 1 piece of it last season, but I hadn't actually finished it and then made it to maps. So I did make it to maps when the end was just Act 3 though. So I'm not a complete stranger to maps, and I mean, if you've seen anything with my YouTube, then you know that I've played Path of Exile 1 heavy-ish, so I'm no stranger to mapping. Oh yeah, most of you probably already know, but if you go sprinting, which is just holding down the dodge button after you've dodged, if you go sprinting and you get hit while you're in mid-sprint, your character will fall over and like lay on the ground like a toddler in a fetal position, because it's as if you ran into a wall full speed and didn't know how to react to it other than curl up into a ball to cry. And funny thing, if you actually curl up into said ball to cry, enemies surrounding you will actually beat on you and kill you. Sometimes it's funny, like it's comical, because it's like something you'd see in like Smiling Friends. And then other times, it's just, it's so unfortunate. I also got that skin for leveling up after killing one of the bosses in like Act 1. So cool, right? If not Act 1, then like early Act 2. And usually you can use these skins interchangeable between Path of Exile 1 and 2, which is pretty cool. If only Smite 1 and 2 shared a similar sentiment. I forgot I leveled up, bro. I'm over here playing around. See, I didn't heal. I wasn't rolling super crazy. I mean, I had stopped to check something too, but still, you know? And just stand still and keep casting like I'm orchestrating music. I feel like maybe both those quests will be finished if I just turn in this one thing. I was gonna check after I leveled up, but I also feel like I've made it so far in now that I might as well see. Like, this is probably the part 2 considered the sarcophagus. Yes, of course they're alive. And those fools have fallen for my trap. Don't you see what power you've given me? Bro, that is actually crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not a bad thing, no. I just wish, like, every startup class had something like it. Maybe they do. Maybe I haven't really experienced enough yet. Alright, so if we check our map, everything's done except for the Forsaken Sun, which will be done if we turn it in. Okay. We like these. Oh yeah, we got that third slot. I forgot about that. So we go to GMs. Let's see, because I'm blanking on what Essence Drain had. So we got Chain 1, Considered Casting, Swift Affliction 1, and Deliberation. The priority would be Considered Casting, Swift Affliction 1, and Deliberation. But I need like a support 3 to do Deliberation. So Chain 1, Swift Affliction, and Considered Casting we'll just have to do. And then I need Cannibalism 1 and Vitality 1 on Withering Presence, but I don't have enough spirit to do that. Frostbomb I actually will still keep. I just need Magnified Area 1 on it, which I have. And then the other two are Prolonged Duration 1, Heightened Curse, Overabundance 1, and Projectile Acceleration 1, which is 1, 1, 1, and then 2. Yeah. Alright. So I'm pretty much set. These are for spirits. I don't use any other spirits other than Withering Presence. And I don't have any more spirit, like, energy to do so anyway. Whoops. Alright. We will sell... Nah. Cool. Now, we have to find a use for the relics, so we're actually going to go to a different place to put the relics in. Make sure we cleared everything we have touched, though. There was one here, we got it. One here, we got it. 1, 2, 3 here, we got it. 1, 2 here, we got it. So there's one left, which is here. And we have... Ah! That's in Valley of the Titans, which is here. So we have an Abyss here. What about Underground? Yeah, we finished everything else. Okay. So, we're nearing the end of Act 2, which I didn't start, the recording at the beginning of Act 2, but, whatever. I've actually been away from my PC a few times today. It's also a great question. Titans lived and died in this very place. What on earth put an end to them? Crazy world we live in, bro. We just helped finish off a goddess. We're in a place where Titans used to live. Like dinosaurs. Thinking about watching some Rick and Morty. No, I was gifted Rick and Morty DVDs for Christmas, which is actually pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. But the closest DVD player I have, I mean, I can use it, I just rather, the person gifted it to me. Bruh. Bro, let me read. Okay, so this is the Vol Ruins. We're gonna go back to town to put this up. That's the temple. We're gonna take advantage of the temple, man. Hold on, I'm getting a phone. Alright, I am back. It was some stuff going on at my house. But, I guess we're okay for now. So, I won't even trip on it. Put that there. I don't know how they expect us to actually finish the temple. There's no, like... Whoa, 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 what's this? Oh, whoa, 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 did I just take it off? How do you use it? Use to increase maximum crystal capacity by 6. Where's the crystal capacity? Oh, I see it. It's down here. Oh, man, I haven't been doing that at all. I haven't done any real research on how this stuff works. Okay. Oh, finally. I'm just, like, trying to connect it to where it's here. Then you run it. I hadn't watched any guides or anything on it, because apparently a lot's happened with the temple, and at one point the temple deconstructs and all this extra stuff. Okay, rearranging their guts was a crazy line. You could have said anything else, but I understand. Okay. So, my game plan is to take only the rares. I should have took my other rares in here with me to get them edited so I could show you. But it's really cool. When I come up on it, I'll show you. Alright. Here we are. Putting in work. I think it's supposed to be a good way to farm as well, right? It does give some EXP. And it feels like these guys are a lot stronger than how they were last time. My health is 370, so that 150 isn't gonna really benefit me. See how they don't just fall over and die? And they're white names, which is just common enemies. Alright, we got a yellow. I know there's a few bosses around, usually. Those little parts that I was putting on a temple, they're probably just increasing their stuff, right? You can come back and look over at them. Maybe when I do it more, it'll make more sense. But just, yuck. Just throwing stuff together, you know, it doesn't seem like such a bad thing. Alright. Here we are. Just getting wailed on. Please, have some decency. You know, I don't entirely understand Essence Drain. I get it's a projectile. Like, I hadn't done a whole bunch of research to really figure out why these supports are on it. Base understanding is that it's a projectile, and a projectile helps with what I assume is DOT. Mix this with Contagion, and I'm doing... Wow! I'm not gonna lie. That scared me. It wasn't crazy damage, but I didn't know what kind of damage it was gonna be, you know? Alright, here we go. That's evasion. I'm looking for energy shield, so instead what I'm gonna do is I'll take my wand. Alright, it's already got the max 2, 4, 5, I guess 6. Yeah, 3 prefixes and I'm sorry, 3 suffixes and 4 prefixes, which is actually probably supposed to be 3 prefixes and 3 suffixes, but I got that special thing added from the Well of Souls. Can't do my helmet. 3 prefixes. I'm sorry, 4 prefixes, 3 suffixes. Okay, so I guess you can go 4 and 3 in Path of Exile too. Interesting. 4, 3, 3, 3. So this one can. I'm sorry. I was mistaken. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I need a guide on what works and what doesn't and why. My belt can. Gloves can. 3 and 3. So, just as an example, energy shield, physical damage, max life, cold resistance, lightning, and then more cold. Lightning, cold, critical damage, max life, physical, energy, and cold. I think you can only use them once per turn. My lightning's now 46. I think it's been 46 actually. Okay. And depending on the rooms you set up, 374 compared to what? 340. The reason why I stopped is because it's blue. Still 340. I've completed 1 out of 13 rooms. You're telling me all these other rooms were just for funsies? All good. Just means more EXP for me. Temple's getting big. Turn it into a maze. It's gonna eventually go to college and leave the house. I'm gonna find happiness in the arms of another lover. Something like that. Alright. Rare boots. Don't mind if I do. I also need to start focusing on bases in Path of Exile. I really haven't been, so I don't really know what's, you know, good for what. Bases like those shoes dropped, right? Those boots. They were like steel-toed, right? Which I'm assuming is gonna be like categorized in strength. Which would naturally be good for a character that uses strength like a warrior. Unless, like, I needed a specific quality that came from strength-based boots. Hold on. I thought I saw something moving. Whoa, I almost tripped over my shoes. Okay. We're trying to have a lesson here. I'd appreciate it if you stopped fighting me. Evasion rating. See? I don't know anything about bases. Alright. Whereas, like, see, sandals, right? You just saw steel-toed boots. What about sandals? Energy shield. Which would be me. But I already have some that I like and they're rare. Whereas the white ones are common, so... yeah. I can't believe I let you get away. These guys are... alright. This man is a... he's not, like, too terrible. There's one move, I believe, that killed me. And I had no idea that it would. I'm sure he's gonna do it at least once. Right there. Yeah. Whoop. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. And it's stronger than you. Na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. Whoa! Should have put more into fire resistance. And it's stronger than you. So, the way that we can take advantage of Frostbomb, most enemies are going to, like, rush you anyway, right? So we'll put Frostbomb right on top of us and kind of dance around the area. Yeah, so that they can get hit by it. Whoa! We're almost done. Only thing is, sometimes he spawns in more than one room. That's a cosmetic thing. Oh, I got another, Exalted. Improves the quality. With a chance of corrupting it. I don't want to do that. Oh, this has so much more energy shield, bruh. And mana. I'm not using minions anymore. But what I have has life regen. Which eventually I'm going to need for demon form. But it turns out I'm not going in demon form quite yet. So let's swap it. And then let's put this in. Yeah. Can't. Wait. Why can't I? Improves the quality of a martial weapon, caster weapon, or armor above 20% with a chance. Also, does it already need to have like a 20% quality added to it? Probably. Whatever. 2 out of 6. That's not what this says. This says 2 out of 13. Or maybe you have to finish 6 to go to, like, the next 6, I guess. I did not know this door was locked. I didn't know this door was locked. See, that was like a rare just kissing me, bro. I couldn't hit the people behind him because he was taking the full frontage damage. Plus, these guys are a bit more tankier now. Well, I forgot I leveled up. Alchemy? Upgrades a normal or magic item to a rare. Ah. Of course, of course. I'll tell you what's rare. Loving yourself. I did not have to waste that Exalted Orb. But I'm just a jit, so... there is some recommended gear here that I have not been paying attention to. Alright, what's the next point? More chaos damage. Excuse me, I burped. Sorry. I said I ate earlier. It's finally digesting. I can't believe I let you get away. Dun 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 dun. I thought you wouldn't leave. Do 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 do. Took a part of me. Do do. All right. Next door. Man, I've been reading this book called "Don't Sweat the Small Stuff," and it's reminding me of things I like used to do before I really started, you know, sweating the small stuff. It's pretty cool. Getting a blast from the past. You heard that voice too? Oh, okay, yep. And he has the energy siphon. The mana siphon. You're such a cool guy for having that, you know? I bet your mother loves you. You make me sick. Come over here. Yeah, come get some of this ice. Bro, I was behind him. Sweet lord. Oh my god. So we're not playing with him no more. And if they can't play nice, I won't play. My game froze. You know, my game's been doing this all day. It hadn't just been Path of Exile 2 either. Diablo 4 does it as well. There's something going on with the servers. Excuse me. Where, like, the game freezes. And, like, you're forced to, like, look at the screen until it catches up again. And that's if it doesn't crash. Assuming it does it. I'm currently on my phone right now. Watching what I can only describe as like the kind of content somebody who is lonely would watch. Some real sick degeneracy. Oh, we're back in, boys. Drop the degeneracy. We're back in. Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind. The range on this is pretty crazy. He just got kited. Whoa, another jeweler's orb. Yeah, she said a medallion, which I just found out about. I guess I can't use it until I finish or something. I don't know, man. I didn't start noticing them like until now, so God knows how long I've had them. So what's got a third? Contagion. It's got, yeah, rapid casting too. I might waste some points just to give it rapid casting 1. You know what I mean? My stomach feels funny, bro. That's what I get for overeating. What good does it do me? These girls ain't never been good for me. Okay. We're running now. I mean, I'm still holding up my own. I'm still holding my own pretty well. What level am I? 29? 2 more levels, and I get Despair and Effigy. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I feel like the moment I go and use the bathroom, I'm getting off of the game, right? It'll be take a dump, workout, shower, read some more, and then go to sleep. I got the schedule of an old man. Because if I don't, then I'm either up late playing games, or I'm out late spending time with who knows who, you know? And I'd rather be at home stroking it than in somebody's house doing whatever else. I don't know, man. There's too much going on right now. Stop asking me questions. Alright. I can't believe I let you get away. Don't. I thought you wouldn't leave. Don't. You took a part of me. Don't. That's probably not how the instruments sound. Or maybe they do. I don't know. One peel makes you larger, and one peel makes you small. And then the ones that Mama gave you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall. She's 10 feet tall. She's 10, 1, 10, 1, 10. I got a chaos orb. Do I sound excited yet? I sure hope so. I don't think I have enough space for this bow, man. Oh, wait. Bro, I'm so stupid. Hold on. We can fix this. We have technology. Yeah. Bet you didn't think I could do that, did you? That's because you were born with half a brain. You wish you had the same talent as Squidward Tentacles. Maybe one day Mr. Tentacles will rub all his talent on your art. Is a quote my friend says religiously, and it's so stupid, bro. Also, that slam that guy just did almost took out my whole career, bro. If I was playing on hardcore, that would have been it. About to learn how to play a hitless run, playing against this freak. I don't even know who this guy is. He's gotta be from, like, Act 4, bro. Never seen this man before in my life. Unless this is, like, the lava guy. But if this is a lava guy, I don't know, something about him looks different. He's wildin' too. Got him. You saw how quick that was compared to the first one? Cool. Cold resistance, maximum mana. Excuse me, I don't need those. Ancient Fools is crazy. What did they do to deserve that? Other than attack me. Or don't let me get the gold, I guess. Sure. Thank you. That's pretty crazy armor. Whoa. Whoa! Hold on now, something's gotta give. I'm gonna have to leave that bow behind. What is this? Okay. That goes hard. Don't get me wrong. But I kind of need this increased chaos damage. I will be putting that in my stash though, because you never know. I can't believe I let you get away. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's a crazy noise outside my door. And it sounds like cats or snakes or a car squealing its tires. How that sounds like cats or snakes, I'll let you decide. I genuinely don't know what upgrade it gave me. I wish it would like glow for the new change. You know what I mean? That'd be cool. AGGG. Yeah, you didn't know I knew who made the game, did you? I don't. Do I sound tired? I don't think I'm tired, bro. I think I'm figuring out life right now. You know what I mean? Sometimes life just gets a little too hard. We finished the temple, by the way. Time to stop sulking. I also haven't seen the trailer where apparently the Vol lady has her titties and cheeks out. I'm assuming by the time I see it, it's straight hand to meat action, man. But right now, I've got a different beast to conquer. He is a different beast now. He is the one who feasts now. No more of us deceased, 'cause he won't take more suffering from you. He is the man-made monster. He is the one who conquers. You are a threat no longer. He won't take more suffering from you. Okie dokes. So all of that was like not in my favor, but that's okay. Yeah, so whenever you start like the temple or whatever, I'd recommend taking whatever potential gear you want to change, not gear you're wearing, putting it in your inventory and just getting ready to like edit it. That's what I was supposed to do, but I forgot. Twice. That's okay. Cause I picked up a chaos orb, a chaos orb, a chaos orb. I picked up a chaos orb, a chaos orb, a chaos orb. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Whoa. Getting a lot of like 2 support gems right now. That was a crazy attack. I didn't think it was going to have that kind of impact on my character. Oh, rare. Oh, oh, I see. Of all the enemies you could have inhabited, it had to be him, or her, or them, whatever this freak's pronouns are. You know, out of context, it makes me sound really terrible. But I assure you, stick your head back up. Like, what? I de-aggroed him. Right then and there, in fact. He forgot I existed. Okay, I need to activate like 4 more of those. Alright. Due to the nature of my stomach, me being on a game for several hours, of course off camera, and my plans for tonight as well as my overall mood currently, once I get to the next portion of this map, I will call it quits for the day. Increase charm, effect duration plus an extra slot, or increase charm charges gained plus an extra slot. What is the what's the duration? Like, what's the effect? Oh, you get a higher resistance. So do I want more charges or increase the duration? Yeah. All right. So we'll go back to town. That man is whipping the soul out of whoever's walking, which is crazy because he's on horseback. You know, you ain't got to be on a horse's back while whipping people. You could have just been, you could have just been walking up next to him and whipping him, running even, getting some more exercise in. Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. My stomach is feeling crazy. The food I recently ate was significantly worse than like what I had before everything else. I'm probably gonna take a dump soon, and when I do, I'm just hopping off, bro. I just want to get this stuff caught up beforehand, so I don't have to come back and do it again. This is what you get when you don't have self-control, or when you eat after already taking a dump and clearing out your system for the day. You're like, man, you know what? Of course I'm hungry. I could go for some more food. Plus, I know whoever I'm in the house with currently is just gonna throw it away, so I might as well, you know, house it, as one of my friends would say. There's so much on my mind, and I need more time. Tell me what to find. Tell me what I'll find. I'm slowly farting. It's, okay. Is he still alive? He actually is. Wow. I was ignoring him. That's on me. He teleports. Cool, cool, cool. Alright. That little hand is a cosmetic I have. Showing that I've killed whatever it is that's a problem. These green enemies would be abyss monsters. You know, the Abyssal League. That I didn't really finish. I leveled up. One more level and I get access to the stuff I need. For the build to really start feeling like the build. This is crazy. This is crazy. Things are feeling crazy right now. Should I pop a healing potion? Nah. Whoa! Brother tried to get me with my pants down. Only one guy can do it per season, man. You've missed your opportunity. Why are more people coming out? A second chest, perhaps? Potentially. Too soon. Too soon, man. Have you no shame for your misdeeds? The answer is no. I am a killer. We got something for the soul, the well. It desecrates an armor. We'll get it on our torso. Yeah. Cool beans. Oh yeah, we leveled up. I keep forgetting about that. More chaos damage means more destruction. What are we doing? Enter the grotto. Let's check the map. Whoa. So we did the medallion. We did the abyss. Yeah, so once we hit the grotto is like where the boss of this area is, alright? So once we get there, that'll be it for me. Alright. Just giving you the heads up now. That gives you an expected time of when I'll be getting off. Maybe you'll catch me on a better day when things are better. But that day is not today. I see a song of past romance. I see the sacrifice of man. I see portrayals of betrayal and a brother's final stand. I see you on the brink of death. I see you draw your final breath. I see a man who gets to make it home alive. But it's no longer you. You know, they had like the little chorus in the background that like I completely missed. Where that man was like, he was like, it was like, hold on, it's like a set of them. No longer you, chorus, lyrics.
This was certainly off limits to mortals. How exciting.
Yeah, they say it's like in the background, which I completely missed, bro. They say, oh, I got an ad. They say Scylla's song. No, whoa, I got another ad. Holy hell, how many ads am I gonna get? Hold on. I'm gonna hit a checkpoint while I wait for this page to update on its ads. Because I guess they're not done bending me over yet. I have 1, 2. So I have the boss. And then a chest here. Then I think there's one more boss I fight after this boss. And then it's Act 3, which will probably be next time I play. I was going to say tomorrow. No guarantees. I could hop on Diablo 4 tomorrow. You don't know me. They say Siren Song, Scylla Throat, Mutiny, Lightning Bolt, Hurt Poseidon, Kill all the suitors for love.
I hear you.
Which I did not hear them say. Alright? That would have been a crazy, like, if I wasn't slow, that'd be crazy, bro. Oh, we get to desecrate another piece? What did we desecrate last time? Something, oh, we probably swapped out whatever it was I desecrated. Okay, so if we're doing a chest piece, we can do the helmet. It has a wrong base type. A weapon. Oh, wand. Cool. Okay, so the wand was what we desecrated. Does it work with focus? Nope. Well, in the stash you go. I think exalted orbs are worth more than chaos orbs. Let's see. Nope, that didn't work. How do you... I see your palace covered in red, faces of men who had long believed you're dead. I see your wife with a man who is haunting, a man with a trail of bodies. I don't want whatever that was. Whose pet is that? Who else is here? Look at him. Look at little goober. Look at him. He is butt booty naked. He looks adorable. Alright. Can we just say she looked like a real person? Y'all see that? Looks like a real human. Kinda hot. I want exalted orbs, and I have chaos orbs. For every 1 chaos, it's 8 exalts. I have 2 chaos. Wow. I have 2 chaos, which would... See, 16, but it's supposed to be 8 and some change. So we might be able to haggle that to 17. Let's be cheap. 850.
I'll post it right away.
Thank you, sucker. Or good man. Alright. Now I have 18 of them. So Chaos Orbs are worth more. Sorry. Chaos Orbs are worth more. I just know the basic, like, trading, when you do trade, it's usually exalts, man. Alright? Regals, exalts, exalts, exalts. Alright? In Path of Exile 1, it's Chaos Orbs. I don't need any of this anymore. Cool. I feel like we made some pretty good progress. What was I doing? Oh, Well of Souls. Ah, I should touch a waypoint. Ah, there's no waypoint here. Ah. Okay, finally. Alright. Let's see. The Black Cathedral. Where's that at? I'll see that too, right? It's probably something for later in the game. Yuck. I think I'm just gonna go stun threshold. That helps me like not get stunned, right? Your base stun is equal to your maximum life. A hit that deals damage equal to or greater than your stun is guaranteed to stun you. And a chance scales down linearly for lower damage hits. A stun chance for less than 10% is treated as 0. I think I got that. Boop! My buddy goes down there. Thank you, buddy. Awesome. And we're just gonna save up on these instead of wasting it on this, because this is a level 11. I think I actually just got that through playing. I don't think that was through the market at all. Alright, here's the gear set up. I got the weapon and focus through market, but everything else has just been through playing the game. Okay. And you see what it is I'm actually using. This is my skill tree so far. Okie dokesters. No swapped weapons. Alright. Peace.